The show for today. The topic today is the status of the church, the universal church, and we have to give us some information relative to the position and the condition that the church itself finds itself in at this particular time in history. Pastor, let's pick up at the idea that the church, the unity and the reorganization of bringing the churches together. Let's talk about it from that perspective.
Absolutely. You know, Dr. Haney, it's always been said that on Sunday mornings between 11 a.m. and 1 p.m. is the most segregated time in America. You know, we all get into our own individual little cubby holes, if you will, and we have our worship services and, you know, we do our individual things. And as a body, you know, I think the intentions of Christ was not that the body separate and do its own individual thing without being all-inclusive. I mean, what I'm trying to say is, Dr. Haney, the body of Christ should not be fragmented, but it should operate and function as a whole, because the people that are in our world and in our society today, they're hurting as a whole. You know, they might have an individual hurt there, an individual problem here, but on the whole, it's hurting everybody, because if I'm hurting in one area, then not only am I hurting as an individual, but chances are my family is hurting, and anybody that's connected to me is going to be experiencing somewhat of the same type of pain that I'm experiencing. So when you look at the church should be a body that functions together as a body. But what we're finding, Dr. Haney, is that so many churches, like I said, once again, we get off into our own little areas and we do our own thing rather than seeking means and ways in which we could come together. Because if I'm operating in a certain gift and I've got my church over here and I've got certain programs and stuff, say, for example, my program, I'm reaching the youth and I'm doing it very well. Then there's another church on the other side of town that maybe they're working in reaching the elderly. And they're doing that very well. They got buses going out, they're bringing elders from the nursing homes or what have you into the church, and they're servicing them and stuff like that. So, but this church don't know how, the elderly church, church that's working with the elderly don't know how to minister to the youth. So the church that's ministering to the youth should share that information with this other church to help round that particular church out, so that church could reach more people in its assigned area.